Most leaders know the importance of leadership, but are not implementing what they know. Here's the deal. We live in a time where attention is getting smaller and smaller, while distractions are getting larger all of the time. Okay, now this sadly affects your ability to be the leader that you should be, and the leader those you lead want you to be. Here's the thing. You can be a better leader, but only if you follow the rules of leadership. But what are the rules of leadership? I have been a leader for over 25 years, and I have discovered that being a great leader really only comes down to 5 things. That's it. It comes down to 5 things. And those 5 things are: be at the right place, at the right time, with the right uniform, dress, or attire, with the right information, and most importantly, the right attitude. Okay, so it's like the great leader John Maxwell said, everything rises and everything falls on leadership. But the truth is that there are a lot of leaders that are out there that, they work their way through the system. They get promoted all the way up to being the senior leader in charge, and they think that's it. I'm done. I've made it. I have arrived. I am the leader. I am in charge. I can now sit in my corner office, staring out the window, okay, or just sitting in my chair with my feet propped up on the desk, sitting back, relaxing, and doing absolutely nothing, because you know what? I'm the leader. Everybody must listen to what I say, and everybody must follow exactly what it is that I say. That's not the case, okay? That is not a true statement. When you are put in a position of leadership, okay, or increased authority or responsibility, you have to take responsibility. You are in charge, okay? People are not going to do what you say just because of your position or just because of your title. All right, so if you're sitting in that corner office, you got your feet propped up, that right there falls into the category of wrong attitude, okay? And that's the reason why you fail. That's the reason why your company fails. That's the reason why your team fails. Because you think that I've arrived. I've made it. I can now sit back and relax and do absolutely nothing because all of that hard work that I've done has paid off to get me into the position that I've worked so hard to get to. No, that is not true. That's where the work begins. You as a leader, okay, need to change your attitude. You have the ability to have massive influence and massive impact on those that you lead by getting into the position that you are in. But unfortunately, there's a lot of leaders that tend to hide in their office. Let me ask you this. Do you have a leader that does just that? I've had several of those throughout my entire career. I've had leaders that I only knew their name and I've seen their picture on a wall and had absolutely no idea who they were, what their values were, anything like that. Now I've seen letters that, said, here's who I am, and that's the wrong way to do that. You need to get out and about where your people are, where the problems are, where the questions are, okay, and provide influence and impact. Okay, and that all comes down to having the right attitude. Okay, so, it really kind of comes down to all of the 5 rights. All right, so as a leader, you should be at the right place. That's where your people are. It's not in your corner office with your feet propped up on your desk. The right place is out there where your people are, where the problems are, where things are happening, where the rubber meets the road, so to speak. That's exactly where you need to be. That's the right place. Okay, at the right time. Well, every time is the right time to be the leader, and your people need you to be their leader right now. Okay, right now is the time. We need leadership more than anything right now. Okay, right uniform, dress, or attire. Well, that, depends on the organization that you're in. Okay, there's a lot there. So you got different dress, different attire, whether you're in a military organization, whether you're in a business setting, whether you're, whatever the case may be. Uniform dress or attire really is kind of appropriate to where you work. All right, right information. Right information is one of those things that really it can really go south really fast if you don't have the right information. And a lot of times, here's what I've discovered. Leaders don't put out the right information. They take notes, figure out what pertains to them, and then they don't disseminate the information properly. Okay? Now, I've discovered ways in which you can disseminate information correctly to where it gets exactly to where it needs to be. Okay? And then you got right attitude. Once again, I've been talking about the right attitude. You need to be where your people are. All right, so here's another quick story. If you as the leader, okay, you get told to do something, or you have to do something, whatever the case may be, and the first thing that you do is you complain about it, that's a bad attitude to have. If you're complaining about something, your people are going to complain about something. Okay, so you need to make sure that you are setting the example. All right, it's like this. You got to be the example, know the example, and do the example, so that way those that you lead will follow you. Okay, and it's not hiding in your office with your feet propped up on your desk. All right, right attitude. All right, so I know what you're thinking. If you're a leader, you're probably saying to yourself, I've tried everything. I just can't seem to get things going. Believe me, I've been there. I've been right down that road to where it seems like everything is an uphill battle and I've got everything going against me. I just can't seem to get things going. I can assure you, you have exactly what it takes to be the leader that you want to be and the leader that those you lead deserve. I also know what you're thinking. You're thinking this, the things that I've tried in the past didn't work. Okay? And that's fine. I've done lots of things that didn't work. Now, just because something works, it doesn't mean that you have this attitude of, well, it didn't work, we're done, I'm going to quit. No, that's where the work begins. Here, think of it this way. When you're trying to achieve any degree of success, there's going to be things that are going to fail. You will fail at stuff. You will suck at something. The idea is that if you fail fast. All right? Fail fast. Here's what I mean by that. The faster that you fail, the quicker that you can identify what went wrong, and then you can figure out a better solution so that you can take appropriate action so that it doesn't happen again. I would much rather fail fast, solve the problem, and move on to what actually works than have something linger on over time and then ultimately it's just a slow, steady downfall. All right. I also know what you're thinking. I don't know what to do next or even where to begin. I'm lost. I'm confused. I've been there. I've absolutely been there. I have been to the point to where I've been told by superior leaders than myself to do certain things, and at that moment in time, I didn't have the knowledge or the experience to solve that problem or that situation. Here's the thing. People are put into positions of increased authority and responsibility based off of their potential to solve problems or help people. Okay? Because you've proven to yourself that and your leadership that you have what it takes to do those things. When you get put in leadership positions, okay, you have the knowledge and experience. You just have to have faith and believe in yourself in order to take appropriate action to accomplish those things. Okay? So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description below. Go get my book, Leadership Solved, absolutely for free. In this book, you will discover those 5 rights and the 10 rules of leadership that will help you become the leader that you want to become. All right, click that link in the description below. Go get my book, and I'll see you there.